My name's Darren Edwards and I'm a Senior Panel Beater Fabricator at P&K Thornton Restoration. I've worked here for a year now after doing a long career in panel fabrication and car design. I started when I was around 15 years old. Some people say I've been here a long time. Yeah, I've done a varied career in different types of work, different types of projects, different types of cars. I've been fortunate to work on some quite special builds over the years. So the car that's behind me is a kind of a special one-off build for a customer that came to us originally as a accident repair damage car. It was driven into and damaged the front end of the car, but on further investigation we found that the car was very, very badly repaired in a previous life and needed far more restoration work than was first thought. As the time came on with the car, the customer decided that he wanted something a little bit different than the norm, and we started planning out different things we could change to the car to make it bespoke to him. Some of the things we've done to the car, we decided to try and make a semi-lightweight car. So we started off by having a aluminium front end for the car to lighten quite a bit of the weight off of the E-Type. And then I designed and fabricated some aluminium door skins for it to obviously lighten the car. Then that stage went on a bit further when I said to the customer that I could actually make a whole aluminium rear tailgate for the car. So the frame and the skin was manufactured in-house by hand, by myself, which we then fitted to the car. Before we started getting into the design of changing the overall shape of the car on the outside, went through the car and made the car structurally sound again by doing a normal restoration quality build on it, by replacing all of the floors and everything that needed replaced on the interior of the car to make the car structurally sound again. Then as time went on, the customer decided that maybe we could take it a little bit further. He'd seen some designs of cars and always liked the Series 1 design E-Type. So we decided that we could do something similar with the Series 3 and incorporate some of the design features of the Series 1 into this car. Also, he liked some of the aspects of the lightweight E-Types with the wider arches and stuff. So we decided to set about manufacturing a whole wide back ends of the car, and then this escalated into changing the already made aluminium front end into a slightly flared arch and different light design on the front end. So the lights on the front end were originally going to be very similar to the Series 3, but he didn't want any of the chrome surrounds fitted to them, so we decided to make them external light pods, very similar to the Series 3, but with modern LED and projection lights fitted to them. We had this all done and finished on the car. We also de-seamed the car so it wouldn't have any of the chrome finishes down the length of the bonnet. And we also deleted the lower air intake underneath the nose panel to make it a cleaner, smoother looking car. As is always, the customer comes with another idea. So he then decided that he would like to have covered lights on the front end. So now set about the process of changing the design of the lights again, remanufacturing the shapes and making bespoke headlight bezels to incorporate the new lenses to cover the headlights. We wanted to make the car wider at the back end to incorporate the larger wheels he wanted to fit on it. The problems with doing this, there's none of these panels available, so we have to make them by hand in the house. So we set about, first of all, designing how wide we needed to go and maintaining the shape following through the car to follow through to the doors, so everything flowed through the car. A lot of it was done by eye and just looking at the car and then starting to fabricate the panels. I set about making some templates of the shape that I wanted to go for. We went for a very similar Series 1 style recessed number plate aperture, and the customer also would like to have kept the Series 1 style rear lights instead of the big American spec lights that the Series 3 had. One of the small things that happened with the rear arch, we were set to show this car at the NEC Classic Car Show. So a week before the show, the wheels had turned up, but they were a slightly different offset than we realised. So with only 5 days to go, we put the wheels on and they were rubbing the arches. So with the idea of, we got to get this car to the show, the customer spent a lot of money on getting these wheels to us. I decided I had to cut both rear quarters back off and remake them and change the shape of them to incorporate the new wheels. And we managed to do this within the time period and got the car to the show, which was a bit of pressure, but we knew we wanted to get this car there so everybody could see it, and it worked out really, really well. It was done in time. So a timeline for one of these cars, I mean, it's the same as anything. It's as long as a piece of string. It depends on the customer. If we were doing a normal restoration build, we could probably do the bodywork in probably about 2 months, non-stop, from when the car comes to us being stripped and ready to go. This car has taken a couple months longer, obviously because of the bespoke work and the fact that not all the time your idea in your head is easily relayed to the customer. So the easiest way to do it is have a physical product in front of them so they can make the decision. And sometimes this works out fantastically, like we did with the bumpers. That was fine. He liked the idea of the cut down bumpers, which still look like E-Type bumpers, but were a lot smaller. But then little things like number plate mounting, you'd think that is a simple thing, but we decided we were going to try and make a built-in, smoothed-in number plate mount for the front of the car to correspond with like the idea we had on the back end of the car. So then we changed it again to a different idea. Customer wasn't quite thrilled with that idea because of the size of the number plate he had decided to purchase for this car. So now it's come to a point now where that whole idea is being shelved and it's going back to having a smooth front nose, and the number plate will be mounted just underneath on small brackets. Why it's a one-off is because sometimes you're literally freestyling the shaping of the panels. There's no bucks, there's nothing made for the car that we could make another one exactly the same. So it's all through with the eye and gauges to measure it either side to be the same. That, I think, is part and parcel with why these builds are so popular, because a guy can rock up to a show or a classic car meet and know there's never going to be another one exactly the same as this. I would just come up with an idea and think, right, I'll run this through the customer, see if he likes it, and we'll try it and see if it works. I've always said if we were to build another car, or a client wants another one of these built, it would never be the same as this. It would always be different. I'd always do a different design, because I don't think that's fair on previous customers or future customers to have the same car. If this is the type of thing you are interested in and like to see more of, please like and subscribe to our channel. And also check out our other social media accounts. The links are in the description.